Hello, it's Emma Holmes from Rockstar HQ, and I want to talk to you a little bit about creating your social media content and creating a content strategy that works for you and your business. And if you are hugely creative, me talking about a content strategy for social media makes you just go, ah, yes, okay. So let's get to the bottom of what this really means. This really means looking at the types of things that you can start to create to share with your audience. We're in this brilliant digital age where we've got access to the most amazing tools that allow us to talk to the world. So if I just look at the apps sat on my phone, we've got Facebook, we've got Instagram, I've got Facebook pages, I've got Twitter, I've got LinkedIn. And just as a little by the by, if you are a LinkedIn resistor, and I have been resistant to LinkedIn for a number of years, if you are also a LinkedIn resistor, the app makes it much better than using it via the desktop. So that is just a quick hint and tip. So we're in this digital age, and I know that everybody gripes and groans and whinges and whines about the fact that, you know, we've got reductions in reach and we've got algorithms to jump through and all that jazz, but we can still connect with the world. And one little quote that I'd like to give you is from Glenn Gilmore, and it is, aim to earn trust and not followers. And that is what social media is all about. And for me, there's one little mantra that runs through creating your social media content. So less is more if more is shite. And it is about making sure that you are creating social media content that is relevant, that is timely, that is engaging, that is aspects of it being social, because this is social media. This is about you having a presence, but a magnetic presence, because your passion shows in what you create. Your passion is within what you do. So when we're thinking about bringing together a social media strategy, it is about bringing together a strategy, and it's about creating content that connects with your audience. Sharing great content isn't enough. And I know that that sounds really, really harsh, but sharing great content isn't enough because there is now so much content out there in the world. This content has to be engaging. You have to be a voice worth listening to in your crowd's opinion. So you need to create relationships with people. And I know that the most recent algorithm change from Facebook was all around the fact that they wanted to have real authentic engagement, and they wanted to really connect people, and there was a lot of buzz around the word community and creating a community, and that is what I'm always looking at when I'm looking at bringing together the content that I'm sharing on Rebels and Rockstars. So I'm bringing together content that allows me to create individual connections with people. So yes, I'm talking to a page of followers, and yes, you know, this isn't me just talking one-on-one with people, but equally I am talking to each person individually, because each person who is part of the Rockstar community is massively, massively, massively important to me. So it's about thinking about creating a buzz when you're bringing together content that is passion filled, because passion's contagious. And when you speak really passionately about what you do, when you write with a lot of passion, when you are bringing that passion for what you do into your copy and into your work, it goes from being stale and samey and words on paper or somebody just talking about something to something that is engaging and full of life, and people want to continue to watch and listen. Make sure that when people are communicating back with you on your social media platform, that you are talking to them. If people send you messages, if people are commenting on your posts, take the time to engage back with them. Take the time to recognise that they're there. You know, there is nothing worse, and there's nothing that annoys me more than people who ignore their followers, and it just has that whole vibrational undertone that they're taking them for granted. So make sure that you are creating those connections by talking back to people and not just ignoring them and not just letting them fly by. Go beyond what's expected of you and go beyond what others are willing to do, because that's what will set you apart. When you actually truly care and you show that you actually truly care and you do it with all of your passion and you talk back to your crowd, you are creating a beautiful mix of magnetic content that will bring people in and that will bring people to you. Make sure that you think about how you can integrate different types of content into your marketing strategy. So can you create videos? Can you create audios? Can you do really nice images? Can you do really, wow kind of images? Because we all do this. We flick and we flick and we flick and we flick. What's going to stop people? You need an image that pops out of that news feed and says, read me. So make sure that you're using good imagery. Look at how-to content. So can you show people how to do something? Can you introduce yourself to your crowd and the ethos of your business? Because people come to our social media platforms all of the time. We forget that they haven't listened to our story before. They forget that they haven't heard what we talked about 3 weeks ago. Can you recycle content that you've used in the past? So I've got in, I've got in a Trello board that I'm going to be moving over to a new system. Oh, I'll be showing you this system because this is a perfect system for creatives. So I'll be showing you this system in a video that we've got to come. So this is then holding on to the Facebook posts that I have used in the past and allowing me to then be able to reuse content, because recycling's good. Recycling is a big thing, and reuse and recycle the content that you've got, because not everybody sees everything you put out there on social media. And if you've managed to bring together a message that you're really proud of or a post that you think is really great, then it shouldn't just get the light of day on one occasion. It needs to be used over and over and over again. Invent and spend time from a creative perspective, learning your own best practices. So learning the best practices for your crowd, for the people that you're connected with, because what's best practice for me won't work for your audience. We've all got really, really bespoke audiences. So it's about testing, it's about trying, it's about tweaking, and it's about creating your own best practice for your business. Treat your audience as friends and be grateful that they are joining you, because there is so much out there, and gratitude for having an audience around you that are invested in you is absolutely what you should be doing. Make sure that you are speaking your truth. Make sure that you aren't playing safe. Make sure that you are including lots of passion in what you're doing. Make sure you're letting people see a little bit of the person behind the business. So that could be a behind the scenes post that that's about your personal life and that allows people to relate to you on a real personal perspective. But equally, that might be a work in progress of something that you're working on, or something that is, going on in your world. Look at how you can motivate them, inspire them. Look at how you can educate them and teach them. So, motivation and inspiration is one category, and that doesn't just have to be a quote. You can think much more creatively than that. It might be a success story. It might be a how to do something. It might be an idea that they can take away and use. It might be a quote, but then put a little bit more meat on those bones and allow people to feel a little bit more of you. Teach them and educate them. So it depends on what you actually do or what you actually sell as to what that looks like, but make sure that there's an element of that in there. Make sure that there's an element of engagement in there. So think about ways that you can engage your crowd. Ask them questions. Ask them to get involved. Open the doors to communication with them. There'll be some element of posts where you're linking them off to other places. So whether that be a Facebook post that links off to a blog, or I've just posted on Instagram a picture of my most recent YouTube video. So that again is taking them off to somewhere else. So there'll be occasions where you're bouncing them around platforms. Social media is the long game, all right? Once upon a time, you could come in and you could build a platform fairly quickly, and you could get every single post out to the majority of your fans, and it would all feel like it came together really, really quickly. That isn't the case anymore, and social media is about, it is the long game. It is about creating those relationships. It's about truly being helpful and supportive to your audience, and it is about solving their problems, and then it is about giving them the opportunity to purchase something from you, whatever that might be, however that might look. Remember that it is all about making sure that you're not just going, quick, I need to post something on social media, anything. Let's just ditch the crappy content and let's really focus on content that we have brought together that is amazing, that our crowd are going to love, that really connects, and that we do that filled with passion and personality. So that's just a quick look that I hope sparked you some ideas, hope it sparked you some levels of creativity on bringing together a social media strategy that works for you and your business. Speak soon. Bye.